On this edition of Lexington Now, a new addition to Lexington Trails, news about the Kentucky Theater, and Thursday Night Live. I'm Neil Noah and welcome to Lexington Now for the week of September 27th, 2021. Lexington's ever-improving trails system has a new addition to the Brighton Rail Trail. We joined Mayor Gorton and other city officials for the official opening.
We are officially opening the brand new Brighton Rail Trail Bridge. This is a big deal. This is a project that has been in the works since 2009. And here we are today, able to walk, jog, cycle over Man of War Boulevard. Although we've been working on our extensive trail system for decades, we've recently been making the trails connect. It's all about the connections. So we currently have about $53 million in trail projects in some phase of development. $53 million worth of trail projects going on right now. So we have had the support of federal grants. We've been able to build our wonderful trail system and continue to make it better with the grants. And that is like this bridge that we're opening today. So this new 300-foot bridge spanning Man of War Boulevard provides cyclists and pedestrians safe access to several neighborhoods and parks. It connects Liberty Park and Hamburg to the west and Andover Forest to the east. A beautiful tree-lined trail section of the trail extends out to Deer Haven Park.
As someone who walks this trail almost daily, I cannot stress how anticipated this opening has been. I think that my emails and my Facebooks have been blowing up for quite some time because it's just been so highly anticipated. Connecting neighborhoods like this is, go to the mayor's point, is such a crucial part of this trail system. You know, for us to be able to walk from our houses onto these trails to neighboring parks, to neighboring communities, it connects us in a way that normally is just unheard of. So this project has been one of the pet projects that I have been very interested in. But while, you know, we're all here at the finish line, I think, again, to stress the point, there were so many people over the last decade who have worked so hard on this project. And I think that, you know, they all deserve the recognition, from the engineers who are with us today who have worked on it, to even all the former council members, Councilmember Kevin Stinnett, Councilmember Angela Evans, and Lisa Higgins-Hord, who is here today. They all deserve some part of the credit, because while we're here going across this finish line and enjoying it today, we never would have got here without standing on the backs of all those giants.
I feel a little selfish here this morning because I live really close to the Brighton Trail and I walk it often. But sometimes I get in my car and I drive across Man of War and I park in the AAA parking lot, because that's where I get out and I walk the Liberty Trail. So personally, this is just a really nice thing to connect, to have 4 miles of trail this close by. But another thing I really like about Brighton Trail is that the trailhead starts on Walnut Grove Road, which those of you that are familiar, which if you're from around here you are, it's a very beautiful rural road. And then it takes us through the vibrant neighborhoods, and as was said, the connectivity is just so important to this area in Hamburg. It's a great addition to Councilmember Kloiber, District 6 and District 12, but really for our community, for our region, for our visitors, it's a great addition to our community.
So this relatively small connection, which is roughly 900 feet, 300 feet of bridge, 600 feet of retaining walls, as everyone said before, it makes that connection. So we had a lot of challenges in this. We had water lines to deal with. We have traffic to deal with the entire time. But again, today getting here is the point. And the larger story, as the mayor said, we're super busy, $53 million of trail projects alone. And the goal is to connect all of Lexington, not just a couple neighborhoods. We're working with the Transportation Cabinet on the next section of Liberty Road to connect a shared use path all the way to the New Circle. We have in our shop to connect from New Circle all the way down to Winchester Road, and then we're working with the planning organization to connect from there to downtown so that you'll be able to get on the trailhead that Councilmember Plowman spoke of at Walnut Hill and ride all the way to downtown and then out to even the horse park on Legacy and then even out to Masterson Station Park via the Town Branch Trail. So again, it's about that connectivity and making those connections. We've got lots of trails all over Lexington, but not all of them connect, and that's really what engineering role is in that, is to make sure we make those connections. Thank you.
You ready? All right. 1, 2, 3.
Last year, the Kentucky Theater became a victim of the pandemic when the theater's longtime management group ended its contract. A new management group has been selected, and we were there for the announcement.
So today, I am officially recommending that the management contract for the Kentucky Theater be awarded to the Friends of the Kentucky Theater. Yes. As the sign back here says, we are looking forward to the reopening of the Kentucky soon. Friends of the Kentucky. In the bid they submitted to win this contract, the Friends made it very clear that they have some exciting new plans for this theater, and they are keeping the fan favorites in place. One of those would be the popcorn, right, Fred? Today marks a new era for Main Street's grand old lady as she prepares to start a year that will mark her 2nd century. Think about that. Yes. The Kentucky Theater opened in October of 1922. She has had a life filled with ups and downs, including a devastating fire in 1987. She benefited from the management of Fred Mills, Annalise Scorsoni, and Howard Stovall for many years. The Kentucky has survived. In fact, she has thrived. And she is now a much beloved fixture here on Main Street. As Fred once said in a story in the Herald Leader, our goal is to keep the Kentucky Theater going for all time. And to that I say amen, Fred. Amen. Yeah.
As the mayor said, our goal is to continue the best traditions of the Kentucky Theater while introducing innovations and initiatives that will make the theater even more dynamic as it enters its 2nd century. We have a lot of ideas, but I want to tell you just a bit about 5 of them. 1, we will be operating the theater as a nonprofit. The theater has always functioned as a for-profit venture, but we think nonprofit status is essential, and 95% of art houses across the country agree with this because they're all nonprofits. Because of the impact of COVID in particular, fundraising is going to be very, very important. And nonprofit status is essential to fundraising since obviously donations to a nonprofit are tax deductible. And nonprofit status will also allow us to pursue grant funding for new projects and programs. 2, just as soon as we possibly can, we will establish a membership program. A feature at almost every art house we looked at, membership programs offer benefits like discounted tickets and concessions and member-only events in exchange for a small annual fee that helps support our work. 3, we will redouble the theater's commitment to search out the best in both first-run and repertory film, and we're equally committed to reaching the diverse communities that make up Lexington. 4, with at least 7 screening venues in and around downtown Lexington, we think Lexington is ripe for an international film festival. We look forward to providing leadership to make that happen. And we think the theater is the natural hub for an event we are calling the Kentucky Film Festival. 5, now this won't happen this year, and it may not happen next year, but we're very excited about adding a small screening room to this downtown film center. Sometimes called micro cinemas, these screening rooms have been used by art houses across the country to increase both the quantity and the diversity of the films they are able to program. We think this is a strategy that would work at the Kentucky. A third small screen would allow us to nearly double the number of films we are able to show, and a third small screen means we can be bolder in programming films aimed at more diverse audiences.
This partnership between longtime advocates of the theater and LFUCG will once again open the doors of our beautiful and historically important building to the public for films, for concerts, for gallery openings, and for private events, which I know that especially after the year we've had, or the year and a half we've had, we're all ready for that.
Well, we are hoping that perhaps December 1 will be our opening date. We've got a lot of things to get in place before then, and of course we've got COVID numbers. Hopefully they are trending downward now, and we'll be able to stick with that date. So we're not going to write it in stone just yet, but that's the date we're shooting for. And if everything aligns, then we'll be open and have some holiday movies down here for you.
Well, we will see you all in December for the movies, right? And the popcorn. Thank you.
Thursday Night Live when we come back. Welcome back to Lexington Now. There's still a few chances to enjoy great live music downtown with Thursday Night Live. Laura Farnsworth fills us in.
Thursday Night Live has been an absolute staple of downtown entertainment really since the mid-90s. We've been around over 25 years as part of downtown's fabric. It's a great opportunity for people to come together and network, meet, have fun, and really just help support the economy that is downtown Lexington, which is kind of everyone's backyard. Thursday Night Live was actually started following a Commerce Lexington leadership visit to Charleston, South Carolina, where business leaders went and saw that their downtown had this huge event, weekly concert series, and it was driving so many people and helping drive the economy, so that they brought that idea back to Lexington. And again, in the mid-90s, we started what we know today. Thursday Night Live has, of course, always been downtown, but more specifically, it's always been on this piece of land that is now known as Tandy Park. The park itself has transformed a lot over the years. In 2010, the Fifth Third Bank Pavilion was created, which gave shade and kind of a centralized gathering area to the park. It also sparked a lot of economic development in the area. You saw a lot of new businesses, bars, restaurants that really helped add into that festive atmosphere that we have come to expect out of Thursday Night Live each week. So of course, the COVID-19 pandemic affected nearly every aspect of everyone's lives, and Thursday Night Live was certainly not immune. We didn't get to produce a single night in 2020. And that was, of course, it was unfortunate for the businesses in the area, for the nonprofits and all the businesses that come together and produce this event. We are excited, though, as we emerge from the pandemic, that July 1st will be the first night of Central Bank Thursday Night Live for this season. We expect it to be bigger, better than ever. Everyone is going to be here. So we're really ready to celebrate again, to help the economy and the businesses down here again, and we're just thankful for the opportunity. We will start on July 1st with an Eagles cover band called Night Flyer. Great band, really top-notch performers, and a lot of good music to dance to. And we have a 15-week season this year. We will go through October 7th. We have everyone from the Johnson Brothers, which are classic rock. We have Honeychild, which is more, R&B. We really have music for almost Well, for everybody. We've got country, we've got just all of the different genres coming together. We'll have a DJ performing before some of the bands some nights, and we're really just trying to bring the community together and give everyone a reason to come downtown and have a good one. So one of the great things about the Fifth Third Bank Pavilion at Tandy Park is that we are equipped for a rain or shine, hot or cold concert situation. So we've got big ass fans that'll keep you cool. We have a cover if it rains. We're really equipped for any situation, and rain or shine, we're gonna be here, live music, food, beverage, dance party, good time. For more information, you can check out the website for the Downtown Lexington Partnership. It's downtownlex.com. We also have very active Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter accounts. You can link to all of that from our website, which again is downtownlex.com.
Last year, a milestone in women's suffrage was reached with the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment. Lexington celebrated in grand style with the unveiling of Stand, commemorating that achievement. We spoke with Councilmember Kathy Plomin and then Councilmember Jennifer Masati about the significance of this work of art 1 year on.
There was just a lack of historical contributions of women, in particular in public art throughout the country. So we determined that Lexington needed to be put on the map and be a part of the small amount of statues that are available throughout the country. Stand is a woman's commemoration of the historical contributions of the woman's right to vote that happened in 1920. And by putting this here, we hope to promote women's historical contributions and talk about how important women's contributions were in the United States.
I think our community showed their support and that they knew that this was the right thing to do in celebration of women and their historical achievements. So I think that pretty much was the inspiration and the motivation. We have a very generous community, we do. And we had over 470 donors, but we also had some major contributors that really made up 80% of the campaign. But what's important is when you have 480 plus donors, everybody is vested. You know what I'm saying? From $5 to $50,000, which was our largest donation. It's a feeling of community unity to get behind a cause that folks believed in.
Voting is an essential right, and I think everyone needs to understand that that is so important, and to exercise that right and to protect that right.
Every time I drive down Vine Street and I look up, I think that's a great takeaway, because you're reminded not just of our campaign and the efforts that went into it, but you're reminded about women, the strength of women, the determination,
Absolutely.
And what these women did 100 years ago to secure a vote. Satisfaction that we could get this done, and not we and Jennifer and I, but the community could accomplish this during a time of a lot of challenges, and the community was focused on getting this done. So a satisfaction.
And inspirational, because voting rights, they're under siege right now. There's many states that are promoting laws to deter people from voting, make it harder for people to vote. And this is a great statue of symbol saying that look what these women did 100 years ago. They fought, they were jailed, they starved to get this right, so exercise this right, protect this right, and respect this right. That's very, very important. Well, I think we were very, very careful in making sure that it was very inclusive. We didn't pick one particular woman to focus on because there were so many women that were involved in this fight, and we felt like it was more inclusive, and we just picked women in general to show that everyone was involved, and it makes a difference for all women, not just some particular women. Because a lot of the suffragists were white suffragists.
Yes.
And so we wanted to make sure that we just didn't focus on one particular group, but all groups of women.
one of the things that I would like to see, and Jennifer and I gave a lot of time to this, but we'd love to hand the baton to someone, take an educational component to this, and to get more of our children engaged in historical feats that have accomplished. So I'd like to see that happen. And we even talked about perhaps a scholarship to a young woman for college, and that would be a cool legacy to say that we put this up, but it lives on, supporting women and their vision and their goals and accomplishments.
We have another busy week of meeting coverage for you, and we bring most of these meetings to you live. Check out our website for the most accurate and up-to-date coverage of city business. Here's a look at this week's live televised meetings. We continue to keep you up to date on how the city is handling the pandemic via our official COVID-19 response site, including testing and vaccination sites. Simply click on the banner at the top of our home page. That's all for now, but as always, you can keep up with us on social media. Check out the latest traffic updates on Twitter at LexRex, or catch our live traffic cams on LexingtonKY.gov. For all of us at Lex TV, I'm Neil Noah, and that's it for now.